the Model T, the Model A, and the B-24.
Welcome, everyone.
Here we go.
Welcome, Kiwanis in the room. Welcome, Kiwanis on Zoom. And welcome, guests. It's great to have you here today. We have a special program, which we'll get to shortly. I want to welcome back the Montgomerys from their cruise. We missed both of you. Oh, and the Wicks came back as well, so we welcome them back too. So the call for introspection today is Bruce Swanson, if he's on his way up. And the Pledge of Allegiance is Alex Bowman, if you come up as well.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So today I'm going to use a moment for introspection, reflection, and correction. So over the past several weeks, I've been back for about 3 weeks. Before that, I was in Minnesota with my daughter who was recovering from a serious infection. And when you have moments to reflect, it's also important to remember what people say. So I really love the introspections that people had before I came today. David Spangler talked about aging, Preston Tyler's presentation, Stephanie Moon's presentations. They all really resonate with me, and I take notes every time I come to Kiwanis. I always carry a little sticky note. I keep those notes because they help me remember why we come to Kiwanis. A couple weeks ago, I went to the Harvester at Rocky Mount. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's a beautiful venue. And Kembo, who is a wonderful blues singer, was there. And my favorite song coming away from that was For a Woman in Charge. And I thought of Stephanie Moon Reynolds right away. And also my Aunt Viola. So on February 8th, Aunt Viola passed away. She was just shy of 108 and a real pioneer woman. She grew up on the plains of North Dakota. That's my home state. And she lived independently on her farm until a few months before she passed away. Her funeral was an opportunity to reflect on a life that extended well beyond her siblings. Her own daughter passed away, and many people who had cared for her for decades. But it was also time to remember to not take ourselves too seriously. My aunt loved Norwegian and Swedish jokes. And our possible ancestors, or anybody that are characters called Oli, Lina, if you've heard the joke, them. So Oli was known as a true carpenter. He was stranded on an island for about 25 years. And to keep himself busy, he built himself a small town. When he was finally rescued, of course, he wanted to show the rescuers town. So he showed off the church he had built, a cafe, a bank, a post office, and even a movie theater. And there was another church. So of course they had to ask him, why the second church? And he said, that's the one I used to go to. So true in North Dakota, maybe here too. The nursing home chaplain knew my aunt pretty well. He reflected on their many conversations on what it means to have a relationship with others. And the word guidance came up. And my aunt was very philosophical. So guidance gives us the opportunity to listen to someone who has so much more wisdom than we do. Guidance is that inner voice that keeps us connected to whatever God you or I believe in. Our path is rarely visible or neatly defined. May our greatest blessing be receiving the divine witness that helps us discover how we are to be a loving person in our world.
Please join me in pledge to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Please be seated. So since today is the day we kick off KPAD ticket sales, one of the traditions we look forward to this time every year is having Don Chichester lead us in the pancake song. Turn up your voice boxes, pick up the words, and get ready to sing.
Judy? Here we go. Pancakes here, pancakes here, pancakes here, everywhere. We go, yes, we go, you go. Take the steps, get no step, and the date we can't forget. Get the one you go with me, go. The boys cheer, cheer, cheer for Kiwanis every year. Take that makes all the valley strong. Second time. Pancakes here, pancakes there, pancakes there. Everywhere, the one you go with me. Step, step, stable, step, and the day we can't forget. Cheer, 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 for the Kiwanis every year. Take that makes all the valley strong. Tell your kids to how I join in the tune. I didn't want it to play along.
Outstanding. Where else in the Roanoke Valley can you come and sing a song about pancakes? So Don Wilson's on his way up here now. No, Harry's on his way up here now. Excuse me, Harry Zulof's on his way up. Introduce our guests. Guests, I don't want you to be put off at all by our singing.
Mother, I want these back.
Hello, I'm Harry Zuloff. I'd like to invite the guests today. First, if the guests would stand along with their host, and then at the end, we'll give everyone a warm welcome. I appreciate it. Chris Bohannon. Up. And who's your sponsor? Betsy, okay. Now, it says here he's not a potential member. This guy works every year at KPAD, early in the morning, gets that coffee going, etc. So, you know, he's almost a member, right? Okay, Larry Lumsden, guest of Mike Obrochta, this guy. He's a neighbor, and Larry seems to know a lot of people. He was saying hi to everybody. Jason Lane, Savvy Events. Sounds like something to do with KPAD, and Harry is the sponsor today. And then Jay Goldwyn, TBS Construction. Sam Lineberger, is he here? Did he make it? No, thanks for coming, even without Sam. And the thing about it is, the guy says, yes, he might be a prospective member. So since Sam's not here, go over there and say hello to him before the end of it. All right? Now, anyone else that I've missed? I hope not. So here's the deal. Look on your table. There's at least one lunch card. I think I gave one to Jay. Come back again. You know, it's got that QR code. You know about that. Randall's knows about that stuff. So, and then since I'm up here, I just want to thank everybody for all the prayers and concerns about my wife. She will be coming home Friday morning. It just seems like yesterday, January 21st, when she went to the hospital. So it's been a long haul. I don't know, is that a brave against these guys? I mean, do I owe you $2? Do I? Let's take a vote. Who thinks I owe $2? All right. What the heck? Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Harry. So speaking of dates, speaking of Don Wilson. Take it from here, Don.
Speak of the devil. One of the nicest things we can do as a Kiwanian is to invite a coworker, a neighbor, a friend, someone we met overseas, stranger on the street, ask them to come to Kiwanis, right, Lou?
That's right.
The next best thing we can do with that guest is to ask them to join the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke. We call that sharing the K because we need a lot of hands to get together and work together to pull off our K-pad that we're going to be hearing about today. Today, we're thankful for Jackie Bledsoe for sharing the K with Taylor Medley. And if Jackie and Taylor would come forward. And Betsy Bohannon has invited Addie Lucchese to join the club. And so if Betsy and Addie would come forward, please. And Ken Briggs has a role in this somewhere. Okay.
Yeah. Has to do with.
All right, Betsy, would you introduce Addie to us, please? Get this out. Here we go. Here we go.
You know I have a key.
Addie. This is Addie or Adeline, but not Adeline. She's from France. She's from a place called Lorraine, which is near Belgium and Luxembourg. She has a master's in cognitive science, jointly accredited by the École Normale Supérieure and Paris Descartes, where she met her husband, Leo, who is from Brazil. Probably one of the reasons she speaks 5 languages. She says she enjoys following around the world. The last place they lived was in Madison, Wisconsin, which she loved. And I told her she would fall in love with Roanoke too at this positive morning. And with Kiwanis, of course. She's involved in 2 ventures. She is working on opening a Wildflower Montessori nonprofit preschool. The school will not only adhere to the Montessori pedagogy, but it would also place special emphasis on serving a multifaceted community and providing ample time and opportunities outside. She's currently looking for a Montessori teacher or to be her co-founding partner. If any of your children or grandchildren are looking for a job and interest in Montessori. She said, I'm working towards promoting Argumentum, which is a card game, which you listen to Argumentum, you can imagine what that is. It's designed to enhance people's awareness of their reasoning and emotional biases, as well as the variety of fallacies commonly encountered in arguments. So she thinks this game will serve the public interest, which I do too. She loves to walk, she loves to cook, and she's also, I hope, going to continue going to a French speaking group. She went last week with my husband. There's a group that meets once a month over in Salem at Mill Mountain Coffee. And they always have a French story to read. And it was a hit for Adeline because the story was about where she grew up in Lorraine. So she was excited about that. She said it was like cerise off the told me, some cherry on the cake. So I introduce you to Adeline Lucchese. Certainly. Close enough.
Ken, will you start introducing Taylor?
Thank you, Vice President Hahn. Jackie and I are going to share the introduction to Taylor Medley. We have known her for quite some time. Presently, Taylor and her husband Drew live in Salem. As you may know, Korean Clinic has a lot of volunteers, and Taylor serves as the volunteer manager of 150 volunteers at Grady Quinn. Talk about a job as a head, first cat, right? But she gets to work with people like our Kiwanis First Lady, Beth Crocker, who's volunteer. Great. Taylor was a graduate in 2013, graduate of Northside High School, and 2017 graduate of College of William and Mary. Now, Jackie will tell you how we have known Taylor quite some time.
Well, as Ken said, she's a graduate of Northside High School. She was president of the Key Club there and had one of the most successful fundraisers. How many of you were here when we had the Zoom up? Ken was there. Oh, yes, and it was very, very successful. This is one girl that you don't tell her she can't do something. She did. But anyway, she graduated. In her senior year, she became lieutenant governor and hit the ground running again. Then she graduated, of course, and went to William and Mary. And she was in Circle K in William. So we go back a long, long way, and I'm delighted. I think, on a show of hands, I think that she's the first Key Club member that has become an actual member of this Kiwanis Club. Is anyone else, I mean, that in my 37 years? Okay, I know David's going to say, well, I was. David Bowers also is Key Club. Fair Acres.
Don Witt.
Don was a Key Clubber in Roanoke and became a member of this club. No, I'm talking about Key Clubbers in the schools that we represent. And
No,
also,
I think this is the first one.
our youngest member, 28 years old. That's a very hard way down. But I'm delighted to have her as a member. She's going through so well.
Okay, Jackie. And if you come over this way, you all turn and face me, please. We want to welcome you to the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke. You've received a thorough initiation and an introduction to the expectations of our club members. Number one being pay your dues. Number two, get involved. I have something I want to give to you as part of your introduction. We're doing a little bit different today since we're starting KPAD. These are some work gloves that you'll use on KPAD. And so keep them. And when you put your hands in those gloves, when you put your little finger in, I want you to think about the big things that we do, big projects that we undertake. With your ring finger, the circle of friends that you're going to make in this Kiwanis Club. With your middle finger, this is the finger that stands above the others on your hand, just like the Kiwanis Club of Roanoke stands above the Rotary and other service organizations. No, it's not the salute. And with your index finger, that is the finger that points the way to a better community. And when we finish with a service project, we like to give a thumbs up. Right? So keep that in mind with those gloves. I've got packets for you, new member packets that has the directory, it has your badge, it has your Kiwanis pin. Works too, Addie. It also has some information about our 501c3 foundation that I hope you'll consider supporting. It supports this Kiwanis Club. And a lot of times when someone has a birthday, they might make a little contribution to the foundation. And I've got a birthday on Monday. I'll be 66 years old. So I'm making a contribution to Kiwanis Foundation of Roanoke in the amount of $100, 66 for my years, 32 for the years that I've been a Kiwanian, and 2 for the years that I've been married. That equals 100. There you go. See how easy it is? All right, let's all stand and put our fingers, hands together and welcome Addie LaCasey and Taylor Minton.
Outstanding, outstanding. Thank you all. So I just want to point out to those of you in the room and those of you on Zoom that since October 1st, 4 of the new members that have joined our club are under the age of 40. How about that? So speaking of ages, Jean's going to come up and give us a rundown of the March birthdays.
All right, we are not disclosing ages today, just Don Wilson's. Dates only. If you are here today, we'd love to have you stand and be recognized for having your birthday this month. First one to kick us off is Bruce Swanson, March 3rd. March 5th is a shared birthday, Joyce Montgomery and Matt Trantham. March 11th is another shared birthday, Don Wilson and Reggie Wood. March 13th, Sherman Lee. March 15th, David Lemon. March 19th, Preston Collins. March 20th, Donna Lynch. Sherry Hartman and Joe Lemmer share March 24th. Dick Clemmer is March 27th. David Perry is March 30. And yes, he's still younger than me. And Bill Vestige is March 31st. So Judy's going to kick us off with the birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kiwanis. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, and we got to sing twice in the same meeting. So for the announcements, let's look back at last week. The Presidential Advisor Committee met, and they offered a recommendation to the board for them to become a permanent operating committee in our club. Apparently, they think their opinions are so valuable, we need to listen to them year after year, and so do I. Thank you, past presidents, for that. KPAD draft occurred last week. You'll hear all about that today. Prayer breakfast planning occurred last week. Also at the board, though, in addition to accepting the applications of our 2 new members, we also accepted the resignation of past President Clark Gooden. In his resignation letter, he talked about the other activities that he was involved with, in particular, the things that are going on in his family life. We absolutely have been delighted to have him as a member. We want to show our appreciation for that by giving him a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Book Club, you're meeting tonight, South County Library, in person. KPAD operations tomorrow morning, Mill Mountain Coffee. The Capital District Mid-Year Conference for the officers in the club that are going is in West Virginia this weekend. Let's see. Oh, Friday, this was a late-breaking bulletin. This Friday, the Spring Fun Day Planning Committee is meeting on Zoom. Thank you, Sherry Hartman, for that. Monday, back to Sherry Hartman and Don Witt and Ruth Cutler. The Nature Park Committee is going to meet next week, next weekend. Oh yeah, no, it's coming up next week. The Mill Mountain Social. You guys still have sign-up sheets on your tables?
Yep.
How many people are signed up so far? Somebody tell me. 30
Mill
what?
Mountain Cedar now. You can say Mill Mountain Cedar now, right?
How many?
And
All right, I'll repeat what he said. Mill Mountain Theater and reception, show, drinks, margaritas. Okay.
Yes.
On the 21st, which is a weekday, new club member Fred Jeter, talk about getting engaged quickly, is leading a mulching project up at the playground at Mill Mountain. We are going to all volunteer for that project because we're doing that in appreciation of the fact that the city lets us auction off that star every year. So in return, we're putting in some mulch. All the mulch is provided. It's just a couple hours of light work. I really hope to see a bunch of you out there. It'll be a fun event. Sign-up sheets are on the table. Thank you, Environment Committee Chair. Now, one of my favorite things to do is award an outreach ribbon and pin. And today, that's going to an individual who took initiative without being asked to further the goal of outreach in this club. This individual happens to run our grant program. This individual has reached out to all approximately 100 of the organizations that he remains in contact with who have received grants from us. He invites them to share our website link and logo on their websites. He invites them to come to KPAD. He helps them promote our club. To me, that's the definition of outreach. Let's show some appreciation. So, Bob Haberman can receive coveted outreach ribbon.
I'm not worthy.
And the coveted outreach pin. Bob is a big-time volunteer in some other organizations as well. So when he wears his pin to those meetings, he will be doing even more outreach. Bob, look at the camera. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's see, does time allow for some bragging? Yes, it does. So the way this works, guests and new members, is anyone with $2 that are burning a hole in their pocket can come up here and donate it to that foundation. And for 30 seconds, they can seize hold of this microphone and talk about something not controversial. Come on up now, please. Okay, we have one. Let's see if we can get the ball rolling.
Thank you, President Mike. I wanted to tell you about my vacation. I really had a wonderful time, but I specifically wanted to brag on it. I guess I need to add $2. I didn't have to brag on 3 Kiwanis that came into play on my vacation. I almost forgot my wife. That's not a good start. Joyce and I have traveled a lot and enjoyed this particular cruise thanks to the guidance of past President, past Lieutenant Governor Don Witt and his wife Ellen, who helped make it a very enjoyable cruise we had. So what is your favorite part? I would have to say the eating was my favorite part. We went on Oceana Cruise Line and we had gourmet meals 3 times a day. You know, I thought I knew Don pretty well, but when you have, I don't know, 12 meals of 2 hours each, you get to know a little bit more about a person. So it was a great time. Cruise was through the Caribbean, several ports. Went very smoothly. We returned last Wednesday. No problem at all until we got to Charlotte. And that is where weather played a role in hampering our return. One of the things that inspired me that made it a happy ending, though, was to run into Mike Quinn and his bride, Gail, at the Charlotte airport. And I got to tell you, those of you that have followed the Titanic saga and what was the musical, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, Mike Quinn on the plane that we took from Charlotte to ultimately Roanoke, but some detours along the way. We couldn't land in Roanoke the first time or the second time, so the pilot said, we'll go try Charlottesville and refuel. Well, we couldn't land in Charlottesville the first time or the second time, and the pilot says we're going to go on to Richmond. And suddenly, refueling was no longer the top priority, which made you wonder what exactly was the problem, and the fuel wasn't the biggest problem. Mike was visiting passengers in their seats, calming them, assuring them everything was going to be all right. I think I was hiding under the seat or under Joyce's arms. Mike, you're a true inspiration. It turned out well. Joyce and I celebrated and went to the Texas Tavern at midnight.
Well done. Oh, good. Another break. Matt?
President Mike, contrary to an announcement you made a little earlier about 4 new members since October being in their 30s, my birthday yesterday, I graduated to 40. So that's my brag. And as Uncle Si said on Duck Dynasty, I'm in my prime.
All right, hey everyone. I'm Eric Sishow, President and CEO of the Roanoke Regional Chamber. I'm still new, but I haven't had my initiation yet, so kind of reminded me of that today. So I've been a few weeks removed of doing this brag, so really it's just on our chamber. I know most of you have been engaged with the Regional Chamber in your business lives in the past, and my brag is just really on our team. We kicked off the year with our second straight sold-out annual meeting at the hotel. We've had, again, 2 straight, and we're doing a lot for the business community, and look forward to sharing that with you all throughout the year. And just proud of our team, and that's what I'm bragging on, is just the business community in general. We've got, this region has a lot going for them in the chamber under our board leadership, and grateful that I'm the president, paid president on that, and our board grateful that we can be a part of the good things that Roanoke has going for them. So that was my brag, really, was just on our chamber team and the business community. So thank you.
And as of a week ago, this Kiwanis Club became a member of the Roanoke Regional Chamber of Commerce, thanks to Eric. Well, according to this agenda, we're going to kick this K-pad thing off. I am wondering what they have in store for us. Mr. Ben Spiker and Miss Jean Bollendar.
Sharp-witted folks. Hello, Kiwanians. This year it is my honor and privilege to be the chairperson for our annual pancake breakfast auction day. I'd like to start out by recognizing some of our folks who supported outside the club. Unfortunately, Jason Lane had to leave us a little bit early. He was with us earlier. So Jason Lane with Savvy Events is partnering with us again with the Spring Craft Show at the Berglund Center to co-promote events. And he very kindly gave us a free booth at the Holiday Craft Show to help us start early promotions. We've also got Eric Sitchow, who was just up here. We'd love to have that partnership with the Chamber. It helps promote our star auction. It's a very important part of our fundraising efforts. David Points, our media sponsor, is here with us, media partner. It's nice to have a club member help us out in that way. Thank you, David. And we also should recognize our star auction winners from last year, Bauer Heating and Air. They truly made last year's auction a huge success and enabled us to help so many more people in our community with those funds. Our signature sponsor, Haley Toyota, we are so appreciative of their steadfast support year after year. They have certainly elevated Kiwanis Pancake Day for us. When Rupert Cutler sponsored me as a new member in 2010, I had no idea what K-Pad was. And then I found out in a big way. And I haven't missed a single pancake day since. I don't even really like pancakes, but I love Kiwanis Pancake Day. Now, if you had told me all those years ago that I would one day chair the committee, well, I would have laughed heartily. And yet, here I am. When it comes to Pancake Day, I've done a lot of jobs. Ticket team captain, marketing and TV appearances, serving drinks, helping with the silent auction and yard sale, helping with the star auction, washing dishes before Dave Hartman started doing it, cooking pancakes, set up, clean up, directing traffic during the times when we were outside during the pandemic, helping with volunteer check-in, many, many things. And you know what? I've enjoyed every single one. What I love most about Pancake Day is that it is truly a team effort. For the weeks leading up to the event, we have so much positive energy. committee meetings, the sales team track, getting out into the community and talking about Kiwanis and selling tickets to our big event. Kind of sounds like some of that outreach President Mike is always talking about, doesn't it? The day before the event, it's fun and festive as we set up at the Civic Center. The day of the event, we're all up early, getting our stations set up, trying to wake ourselves up with a cup of coffee, a piece of sausage wrapped in a pancake. And not only are we bringing our club members together, our Action Club and Key Clubs work with us hand in hand. One big Kiwanis family. What a beautiful moment in time to have our Kiwanis family working together to support and share our mission. Knowing that in a few months, we'll be using funds we raised to better our Roanoke community, giving the gift of companionship and a hot meal to an older adult, helping someone stay in their home by paying their electric bill or making repairs, providing financial and emotional support to our young people. Today, I encourage all of you, newer and more seasoned members, to think back to your first Pancake Day and remember how much fun we have together because we are better together. And now, as Chancellor of the Pancake Republic, it's my pleasure to introduce you to this year's committee. Leader of the Rebel Forces, Mike McAvoy, is directing our pancake operations. Supreme Admiral Eric Danielson is managing our on-site operations. Supreme General Donna Lynch is our supply manager and on-site operations. Starfighter Commanders Obi Ben Spiker and Amy Carter are leading our ticket sales efforts, and they'll be introducing our Starfighter squadron leaders later. We also have several Jedi Grand Masters who are integral to this operation. Jedi Alex Barge, Master of Marketing. Jedi Leanne Wright, Master of the Raffle. Jedi Harry Zula, Master of Volunteers. And Jedi John Montgomery, Master of Fund Management. Next up on our agenda, I would like to introduce Leanne Wright, who is going to tell you about this year's raffle. Yeah, sorry, first we have a short video.
Nice job. That's good. I don't want to follow that, but I will. Hello. So I am talking to you guys about the auction this year at our big fundraiser. This year, instead of doing the yard sale or a silent auction, we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to do a raffle. What the raffle is going to do for us is allow us to kind of highlight and focus on our goal being about 30 items that have a value of about $25 or more. If we get more than 30 items, we're going to combine items. We're going to make it great. And it's possible we may go a little bit higher than 30, but we'll just kind of see how things go. With the raffle, the way that it works is we're going to sell raffle tickets during the fundraiser. And we're talking about doing them $2 a ticket, $5 for 3 tickets, so on and so forth, and whatever quantity people want to purchase. We're giving everyone an opportunity to win a chance at one of the prizes. Each item will collect a series of raffle tickets, and then we'll pull, that person will be the winner. Items this year, just like last year, can be dropped off at Roanoke Valley Hearing Center. We have pretty long hours throughout the week, so you can stop by first thing in the morning or during lunch or later in the afternoon. And we'll house the items there and get everything ready to deliver over to the Berglund Center on May 4th. If you have questions about the raffle this year, or if you want to get involved in how we recruit items, or even just shoot me an email and ask questions about something you're thinking about securing for the auction, feel free to just send me an email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to walk you through that. Thank you all for your help.
That last bit of the video was when Beth O'Brocker recorded Mike O'Brocker sleeping. Just so you'll know, this is going to be fun, I think. I hope. If not, no. Just a few comments, just to accent what Jane has already said. You know, there's more that brings us together than divides us. And it's the reason that we're all in this room today. And just for the benefit of some of you new folks, our programs here are funded by three legs of our school. The first, of course, is the dues that we pay. The second is the foundation, fantastic Kiwanis Foundation. This year it's chaired by Lee Osborne. And I think its total is up to about $1.4 million or something like that. But it contributed last year $60,000. $60,000. That's year after year that it's being contributed. And that's part of the money that goes into funding grants. We spent, what did we spend on grants this year, Bob? $65,000 on grants this year that we went out. And again, that's an annual event, and that's a lasting, sustainable impact that we're making in the community. And of course, the third part of our funds come from KPAC and the participation that you all have. And this is one of the things that really brings us together, is this fun event every year to throw food at each other and be able to feed the community. That's, you know, we're not selling pancakes. That's not what this is about. We're selling tickets, and our best story is on the back of those tickets. I left them on the table. Your team captains will get your tickets to you. There you go. Here we list all those grant recipients on the back of our tickets. And last year we had the benefit. Is there anyone from Bauer Heating and Air Conditioning? Bauer Heating and Air Conditioning paid $7,700 last year to purchase the Kiwanis, the Roanoke No Mountain Star. And that just a fantastic outcome for the auction last year, and there should be congratulated. What a fantastic event it was to have that auction take place the way it did and the success of it. This year, our goal for ticket sales is $60,000. $60,000 for ticket sales. Now I'll tell you, on Monday, I got a call from Mike Loveman. He's not here today. Mike, is Mike on Zoom? Mike called and he said he needed at least three packs of tickets that I took to him on Monday. So I'm telling you, folks, get on your horse. It's you know, the game's afoot. It's happening. Let's see. Where are we? Let's introduce our captain. You want to introduce our captain?
Sure,
Right there.
Kevin Reeder. We have Kevin Reeder. If he's there, if you're here, stand.
Stand up, Kevin.
If you're on Kevin's team,
Go see him afterwards for tickets? Lois James?
They don't know yet.
Oh, okay. My team. Lois James. And what's your team? You have a team name?
Come up here.
Come on up. Let's the team captains.
Repeat the name of the microphone.
Death Star Destroyers. Kevin, do you guys have a name yet? Road Squadron. Milton Hardy.
Stay all right there. First of all, we ain't gonna have no crazy looking names. The Kiwanis, that's all we are.
All right. There you got that, the Ewoks.
Repeat the name.
Ewoks. Joe Lemur. Come on up here. Lemur, excuse me. If I mispronounced it. Do you have a name yet?
My name's gonna be C-3PO or the droid.
C-3PO or the droid?
Way to keep it simple.
Joe Gaither? Come on now. Come on, Coach.
Coach this year.
Oh, yeah, heavens.
Oh, Sherry's here. Oh, you're on my team.
Coach, do you guys have a name yet?
Yeah, the new force.
Luke Force. The Nancy Horn? Come on down. And Addie. You're helping.
There's only one.
Are you still helping us all on our team?
We need your help.
What's the team name?
The team name is Galactic Guardians.
So y'all went with Gigi. Okay. Y'all team, my team.
So these are our teams. Ben and I have been so the one thing I would like to do every week is kind of give a little tips on how we could sell more tickets. Try to bring in from what Rupert does, what I've done in the past to sell a lot. If anybody else has tips that they think can help anybody out, just let us know. And let's have a great year.
The competition will be stiff. I want to comment on what these people are wearing. Especially Lois. Luke Young, stand up. Luke Young was the sales team leader 2 years ago. And he's dressed as a pirate. Just as a point for Luke, come up here, Luke. Luke dresses like this all the time.
This is how I go to the office.
Mike McAvoy is dressed as
Bobby Ricky.
As Bobby Ricky.
How did he even make it in?
We had asked the prior sales captains to come dressed as their themes. Now, when I was the sales captain, our theme was the Derby, and I was the rear end of a horse. And that wasn't really a costume. But at least I was able to maintain my dignity. Our secretary, Stephanie. Ricky Bobby. She was the co-captain with Ricky Bobby. Emily is sitting over there. She worked with Lois. She rode the horses.
And the dogs.
And the dogs, that's right. Emily did the dogs. That's when we all got brownies in the bag. I wanted to be the worst producer because the brownies were really good. Her mom was sourcing the brownies. They were awesome. And we called. Well, I tried. Mike his theme was climb the mountain. So he came dressed as a mountain climber. We were all kind of hoping for the leader post, but he left us. Just as a point of reference, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every year since
2020 has been a new record. Beginning with Sherry. And then, let's see, Sherry, and then Clark. Mike. And then me. Then Obrocta. And now Gene, so. No pressure. No pressure. At least we're not the San Francisco 49ers.
Whoa,
But that one's too new, isn't it? It's too new. Too new. I'm sorry. Too new. Too new. But anyhow, it should be a great fun year. Let's see if I forgot anything. Some of the mechanics. Your team captains are responsible for getting in touch with you and getting you your tickets. I have a box full of tickets, which I'm sure we will exhaust. And I can get more tickets. I will keep the tickets at my office, which is on Chaparral Drive in the Braylon Waldron Complex. That address is available. And if you need to drop off money, the money has to be in no later than Tuesday by 2 o'clock. In order for it to be counted that particular week, we need time to do the tally and all that kind of stuff, so we can record the success of our teams and keep everybody abreast. There will be weekly recognitions of team performance, Milton. There will be weekly recognition of team performance. You're sitting there next to Coach Gaither, who's got some game. Man's got some game. So
We will have a table set.
there'll be a table out front on Wednesday. Thank you. There'll be a table out front on Wednesday where you can bring money. There'll be someone to take money there. Have tickets available here also every week. So your team captains will be in touch with you. They will get you your tickets. Please, if you get your tickets today, if you can, it just makes life easier for the team captains. So we can get those out and get them going. Like I said, I've already delivered 3 of these. Mike Love. Who's got Mike Love? Whose team is he on?
They don't know.
John knows.
John knows.
He knows everything.
Uh-oh, the pressure's on. Whose team is Mike Love on? I'm gonna tell you here in a minute.
He's gonna tell us.
He's, let's see, who did Michael Brockman? Joe Gaither's team.
He's on Joe Gaither's team. Joe Gaither's got a leg up on y'all. Thanks to Mike Loveland. Mike Loveland's getting out. I'm telling you, he's not to be messed with. All right, is there anything else? You have a couple things for me or for you? It's okay with me.
Couple of other things, housekeeping issues that we'll mention. If anyone wants to donate tickets back that we can give to our nonprofit partners, to their clients, you're welcome to do that. I will be responsible for accepting those tickets and giving them out. We give them out to the Rescue Mission or Ram House, Family Service, different groups like that. And we are also going to spotlight our nonprofit partners this year. So grant recipients are going to be asked to give us flyers or brochures. And Andre Brooks has very graciously agreed to staff our information table this year. So people come to the event, learn about Kiwanis, and they can also learn about some of the nonprofit organizations that their funds will be helping. We're very, very excited about that. And if you need more tickets, as Ben said, you can just request them from him, and he has them at his office. And there will be posters. Eric Danielson and I are working on a new poster. So we're going to be doing that, and we're going to be promoting our event at some upcoming events in the community as well. You all have anything else?
Here's that first tip to help out. The first tip this week is do not have to sell if they don't put in your head that you only sell to people that are going to eat pancakes. sell it to anybody you want. I have a way of, I get every relative I have up, and then I donate the tickets to the organizations we have. So don't think that you have to sell it to somebody who's going to come to the event.
And as Chancellor of the Pancake Republic, I will be offering one final blessing for you all. May the syrup be sweet and the pancakes plentiful. Together we can create a force for good that resonates throughout our community. May the force be with you.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you, KPAD team. So the force is going to be with us all. So will customs, I guess. So next week, J.C. Taylor is going to introduce Ken Belton. Topic, we are meant to be builders. And also next week, Jean will be chairing this meeting. My wife and I will be out of town, so we're going to get an upgrade next week. Thank you for the applause. I take that in the manner in which it was intended. No further ado, we're adjourned.